Okay, let's start with the class, math class. Model divisions with regrouping. Remember that this was the same, it's the same topic of yesterday, but we're going to work on page 178 and 179. We're talking about divisions, but we regroup according to the place that they are located. Remember, we can have ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. Now, here, let's make connections. The first part that it says make connections. Use the quick picture at the bottom of the page to help you divide and record each step. So we have this. This picture is what it refers. It's going to help us to divide. Now, our divisions that we have here is this one. It says find 76 divided by 3. This is the division. So we're going to divide 76 by 3. So step number 1, what is step number 1? Model 76 as 7 tenths and 6 ones. Draw 3 circles to represent equal groups. So we have here 76 and the 3. And also here down we have the model this 7 tenths. So that's why we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we have 7 here, tenths. And also we have 6 ones. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, we have 6 ones. So we already modeled this. That is step number 1. To model in this way, or we can write it here, 76 by 3. Now, step number 2. Share the 7 tenths equally among the 3 groups. Cross out the tenths that you use. So we're going to share this tenths class, these tenths into these 3 groups. How many we can share? Well, let's start. We start giving 1 by 1 to each group. 1 for each group. So I already shared 3, but I have 7, so I can continue now. I share 1 more for each group, and I have 2, 4, and 6. Remember, I have 7 here. Can I continue sharing 1 more for each group? No, right? I cannot continue because I have 6 and 1 is missing. So this one, I already shared this 6. It's 5 and 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, it's missing this one. Just 1. I cannot share equally this 1, 10. So what we're going to do here, let's complete that part that is a step 2. Share the 7 tenths equally. We cannot share that 7 equally, but I can share 6 equally among the 3 groups. So how many tenths are in each group, class? I have 1, 2 in each group. So there are 2 tenths. I have 2 tenths in each group. What are we going to write here? We have tenths in each group. So we're going to say that 2 is here. Why? Because 3 times 2 is equally 6. So we write it down to 6 of the tenths used down of number 7 that it's on the tenth. 3 times 2 equals 6. So how many are left over? 7 minus 6 is equal 1. 7 minus 6 is equal 1. So in each group we have 2 tenths, and the tenths that they were used were 6. Tenths used, they were 6, and 1 is left over. 1 tenth is left over. Again, one more time. We are dividing class 76 by 3. This is the division. So we model in step number 1, the 76 here. 76 divided by 3. But also it says we can model drawing the 3 circles to represent equal groups. So it's this. These 3 circles that you see here is represented that 3 that we're dividing that 76. Now, it's a step number 2. Share the 7 tenths equally among the 3 groups. So I share, remember that we have 7 here, 7 tenths and 6 ones. So I started sharing 1 by 1, and I realized that I can share just 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. 2 in each group. 1 is missing. I cannot share this one equally in 3 groups. So I just share 2 tens in each group. So I use 6 tens and 1 it was left over. This is left over. So that's why I write this answer here. But also we can use it this. Remember, we multiply 3 times 2, it's equal 6. So we subtract 7 minus 6 equal 1.
I don't understand, Miss.
You don't understand?
No, can you
No?
say one more time?
Okay, one more time. Thank you. I was saying that we have the 76 divided by 3. So we divide the 76 by 3. We can use just this without modeling. You say, think about one number that you multiply by 3 and the answer is 7 or close to 7. So you say 3 times 2 is equal 6, right? 3 times 3 is 9, so I cannot use 9 because it's more. So 3 times 2 is 6, so I write number 6 down number 7, and I say 7 minus 6 equal 1. That is the first part. That is the first part, or also I can use this. I can be drawing and putting 1 tens by 1 in each of these groups until I share them equally. So I share 2 in each group and 1 is missing. Just by this, Mom. Now, we go to step number 3. It says 110 cannot be shared. This is the 110 that we cannot share, right? This one that you see here, and also you see it here. 10 left over, it says here. 110, it was left over. So it says, regroup the 110 by drawing 10 ones. So this 10, I'm going to regroup it, drawing 10 ones. So I'm going to draw 10 circles. So it's going to be 1, 2.
Do this?
Yes, do it here, not in your bubbles. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 5, 6, 7, 8. Remember, there must be 10. 9 and 10. Okay. That is what it says in step number 3. Regroup the 110 that it was left over by drawing 10 ones. So I drew 10 ones. Now, it says there are now ones to share. How many ones? How many ones do we have?
10.
Okay, we have 10, and now also we have this 6. How many we have? 6 plus 10?
16. No.
16. We have 16. Remember, we regroup this 10, so we have 10 ones, but we also have these 6. These 6 that you see here, they are also ones. So we have this 6 plus 10, 16. So there are now 16 ones to share. How can we complete this part? Remember, we have here 7 minus 6, it's 1. So we put down the number 6. We have 16 ones to share. We just put it down. Okay, perfect. Santiago Chavez, you can listen to me, Santiago Chavez. Yes, perfect. Okay. Now, we have 16 ones to share now. Why 16? Remember, we count the 10 that we regroup and the 6 that we already have here. So we have 10 plus 6, 16 ones to share. Now, let's go to step number 4. It says, share the ones equally among the 3 groups. Cross out the ones that you use. Okay, so these 16s, we're going to give one by one to these 3 groups to know how many we can share equally among these 3 groups. So let's start giving one by one. So I'm going to give 1. Remember, we have 16. 2, 3. I can continue, yes. 4, and I give one more to each one. 5 and 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can continue. 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, 15 and I have 16.
We continue.
Can we continue? We have 15.
No.
No.
No. 1 are left over.
That's right. Excellent, Rebecca. 1 is left over because this one is the number 16 and I cannot share this one equally among these 3 groups. So 1 is left over. Perfect. So it says there are how many ones in each group? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in each group. There are 5 ones in each group. I have 5 in group number 1, 5 in group number 2, and 5 in group number 3. So I use how many ones? 15. Remember, we used just 15 ones were used and 1 is left over. 15 ones were used and there is 1 left over. How can I represent this using the division? So remember, we have 16 that they were the ones to share. Now, we think about the 5 ones in each group, 5 ones in each group, because 5 times 3 is equal 15. So we write 15 that we once used. We need to write this, the ones used, they were 15. And 1 left over. Remember, just 1 was left over. We completed this way. So now then it says there are 3 groups of, how many groups do we have? We have 3 groups of what? Of 25. Why 25? Remember, we have 1, 2 10s. Here I have 2 10s and I have 5 ones. So it means there are 3 groups of 25. Here is 25. And 3 groups of 25 and 1 left over. That this is this one that you see here. 1, it's left over. 3 groups of 25 and 1 left over. So 76 divided by 3, the quotient is 25. Remember that the quotient is a 25 and the remainder is going to be just 1. That is the number that is left over. How can we write this, class? We write it down. Remember that it was from the last partial. We say we can write it down as 25. That is the quotient. And the remainder, we write the letter R, 1. This can be written in this way also. 25, letter R, and 1, number 1. That is the remainder.
R21, R25, 1, 25, 1, 25, remainder 1.
That's right. Yes? Questions, class? Questions about this? You finished the copy?
Yeah.
Yes, you finished? Okay, let's go to the next page. Page 120,
No.
79, sorry. 179. Do it by yourself. I'm going to wait 1 minute for your classmates to finish this. If you finish, go to the next page. It's the reading, share, and show.
In the first are divisions.
Divisions, 48 divided by 3. Try to do it by yourself. I'm going to change this line and then. When we are dividing, we can use this. We can be modeling, class. We can model and draw the circles. But also you can do it in this way. I think that it's easier in this way because if you know the tables, you can complete it just by knowing the tables and not be drawing and drawing. But it's up to you. Finished? Yes. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Okay, here we have divide, use the base 10 blocks. We can use the 10 blocks. 48 divided by 3 class. How can we divide 48 by 3? Remember that this is the same of having.
How impossible.
It's impossible to divide 48 by 3.
Yes, no
Yeah.
how in that
Yeah.
table 348.
Using 10 blocks. 10 blocks, how we're going to do it, class? We can know the tables. It's going to be easier. Or we can draw how many groups we're going to have. We're going to have 3 groups, class. We're going to have 3 groups because the 3 is saying that. And 48, how can we regroup the 48? Remember that we have 4 10s and 8 ones. How can we share these 4 10s and 8 ones equally? So I have 1, 2, 3.
Draw this me.
Okay, no, do not draw. Just count this. Help me to share these 4 and these 8 equally among these 3 groups. How many I'm going to share? How many of these 4? I'm going to give one by one, right? I'm going to give.
Only 3 in all, and 1 are left over.
That's right. Excellent. 1 is left over. I cannot share equally this one, right? One of these 10s. I cannot share this one. So I'm going to regroup this as 10s. Remember? I'm going to regroup this as having 10. So I'm going to draw 10 of this. I'm going to have 10 of this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, I have 10. And how many I have here? 8. Now I have 18. 18. So I'm going to be sharing this 18 equally among the 3. Why 18? That's a good question. Remember, I have these 8. These are 8. And the 10 that I regroup, 18. So I start giving one by one. How many I'm going to give to each group, class, if I have 18 in 3 groups? 4, 4, 4. I have 12. I can continue giving one more, right? 5, 5, and 5. I have 5 times 3, 15. I can continue, right? I can continue giving one more. 15, 16, 17, and 18. Excellent. Now I shared the 18. So what is the answer of this class? How many they have in each group? I have 1, 110. So it's going to be the answer 110. And how many ones I have here? I have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. 6, 1. So it's going to be the answer. 48 divided by 3 is equal to 16. Why 16? Because I have in each group 1, 10, and 6, 1. So 16 is the answer. Perfect. Now 84 divided by 4 is the same. We can draw the 4 circles and start sharing the 8 tens and the 4 ones. We can do it in that.
Only put it the answer.
Yes, you write the answer. Write the answer in your book. Now we're going to share 8 tens. So let's give 8 tens to each one. So I can give 1, 2, 3, 4. But I have 8. I can continue giving one more, right? I can give one more to each group because I have 8 and 4 groups. Now, how many tens each group has? Each group have 2 tens. I have 2, 4, 6, and 8. I have 8 and 4 ones. If I have 4 ones, how many are going to give in each group? 4 ones. 1, 1, 2 ones, 3 ones, and 4 ones, class. So how many? Okay, 4, yes, I have the 4s. Now, 84 divided by 4, what is the answer? How many tens I have in each group? I have 1 and 2. So I have 2 tens and just 1 1. So the answer is 21. 84 divided by 4 is equal to 21. 21. Now let's try number 3. 72 divided by 5. How many groups are we going to have, class? We're going to have 5 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 groups. How many tens I have? Remember that 10 is number 7. So I have 7 tens. I'm going to draw here. Maybe it's going to be easier for you too. Got this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Sorry, I'm disconnected in the club. I have some connection problems.
Okay, Rebecca. I have 7. Where number 3 is, Rebecca? 7 tens, and I have 2 ones. So I'm going to draw the 2 ones here. Now we're going to share these 7 into 5 groups. How many are going to be? We start giving one by one. So give 1 10, 1 10. I have 2, 3, 4, and 5. I already shared 5 of this.
So
Now-
the 2 are left over.
That 2 are left over, Rebecca. That's right. So what we're going to do with this 2 left over? With this 2?
Are 12.
We're going to regroup as tens, right? So we have 10 and 10. How many are going to be? We're going to have 20. Why 20?
Oh, yes, are 20.
20 because 10 is 1 and we have 2.
Other 10.
Other 10, that's right. So we have 20 and we have these 2. So how many we have? 20 plus 2, these 2 ones. We have 22 now.
22.
22. So we're going to share this 22 amount, these 5 groups. How many can be in these groups? How many ones? I'm going to give one by one. So I'm going to give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I continue. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I continue. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, but the answer is 22. I have 20. Can I continue sharing the 2?
No,
No. So what happened with them?
the 2
left
are
over.
left
2
over.
left over. That's right. So the answer is going to be 72 divided by 5. I have 110. So it's going to be 1. And how many ones I have in each group? 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
14. 14.
14. Okay, but it's missing something. It's missing the 2 left over. How can I represent the 2 left over?
Reminder
R2.
2. Reminder
R2, excellent. Reminder 2. Because we need to include this 2. So we write it down with reminder 2. So 14, reminder 2. Excellent. Now let's work in number 4. In number 4, we can use the same. Yes, write the answer. Write the answer. Number 4, it's the drawings. It's not necessary. It's not necessary to make the drawing. This is just for you to know it. Now, divide, draw a quick picture. In this number 4, yes. In number 4, you're going to draw. Draw a quick picture, record the steps. It's 84 divided by 3. How can we solve this, class? So we have 3 groups. We have to create the 3 groups. So let's make the drawing of 3. 1, 2, and 3. 3 groups. How many tens do we have? We have 10s, 8s. So let's draw. Okay, yes, we have 8. So let's draw 8 tens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, 7, 8. I have 8 and we have 4 ones. So 4 circles. We're going to draw 4 circles. To be 1, 2, okay, 3 and 4. Now we're going to start sharing one by one of these 10. So I give 1 10, 1 10 for each of these 3 groups. So I have 3. I can continue giving one more. 4, 5, 6. I have 6. This 6 I already shared. Now, can I continue sharing these 2 tens? No, right. Again, we cannot continue sharing. So these tens, I'm going to regroup as ones. And I have 2 tens, so it's going to be 20. And I have here 20, 21.
24.
24, excellent, because I have 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this 20 plus 4, this 4 is going to be 24. So I have 24 ones that I'm going to share here equally. So I start giving one by one for each of these ones. So I give 1, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. Okay, can I continue? 21, yes, 22, 23, and 24. Okay, we finished 24. How many ones I have? 8. I have 8. Okay, so what is going to be the answer? 2, 2 tenths, and 8, 28. That is the answer of 84 divided by 3. How can we check also this? We write it down. 3 times 2, the tens that we have in each group. Remember, tens in each group. 3 times 2 is equal 6 tens used. 6 tens used. How can you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 used. 8 minus 6 is the leftover. So we have 2 left over. And now it says that wants to share, we put it down the number 4 and we say that 24 wants to share. This 24 that you see here is this, it's the same one. And now we say that we have ones in each group, we have 8 ones in each group. So we write 8, and also because 8 times 3, it's 24. So the 24 they were used, and it's not left over as Rebecca says, it's 0. 0 left over. Finish, class. Any question about this? Is it clear? What it's 28 the answer?
Yes.
Yes. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
show me your book. Show me your book. Once you finish, we're going to stop here because time's over. We don't have more time to continue. Okay, thank you, Colette. Thank you, Lucia, Rebecca. Okay, let's finish here. Tomorrow we're going to continue working on the next part. Thank you, Kiara. Bye-bye, bye-bye, Mia.
Teacher.
Bye-bye, bye-bye.